at weird timings, no less, which is, very important when you're dealing with this. So you have this weird timing, and it's a short map. And the one difference, though, is they got rid of the rock tower on the third. It's now, just... So.
In the bottom left, winning his first map, and taking the first map off Listel this entire tournament, it is Team Unrivaled's Monk.
Oh, and in the top left, we have our pink Zerg, representing hope, representing freedom, representing the Zergy Ray. We have Listel.
Amazing.
Anyways, we have relatively standard openers coming up for both players. I think unless Listel does something weird in proxy match. However, he is drone scouting. But yeah,
he did that the last time he played on this map too.
Makes sense. It's a 4-player map. Don't want to get killed by something stupid. And he's just going for 17 hatch. I think it was 16 or 17 hatch. And drones behind it. Eventually, there we go. 18 gas and going from there. So this appears to be standard, which has been working for Listel, honestly. Like, standard into the mid game. I mean, he lost that one game because he told Monk how to beat it. I'm not sure whether Monk actually beat it. If Listel ends up losing this series, it's going to be because he told his opponent how to beat him.
Yep. I feel like I'm not sure if it's because of the style that Listel was going, but it seemed like he wasn't confident in how to deal with those multiple pronged drops that were just tearing you apart.
The style was like, okay, so Lings aren't going to work, especially in that choke point. Okay, I guess there's no going. I guess that's a slower factor. I guess he thinks that's worth it. I did that in gold for a while, and then people told me to stop because it wasn't worth it. But I mean, you started to actually. We started to see Sulky do it. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. We've actually started to see Sulky do this ZVT sometimes. Huh. So, and it does give you scouting. Like, it does mean that stuff can only be built in a certain area, right? Rest of the base. So that not only does it give you scouting, it simplifies your scouting later.
Yep. This is Reaper poking in, getting a little scout.
Yep. Reaper coming up factory. Yeah, this was a Reaper expand. And we have speed coming up and no further gas being mined, which is interesting. I wonder what he's going for. As generally, like a lot of Zerg openers in Legacy are you leave one drone in gas. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious as to see what he's going for here.
Yeah, maybe like I've seen some Zergs do like a 3 hatch into a Speedling flood that just brutalizes bases, but
honestly, Speedling
that kind of player.
Yeah. Plus, Speedling floods were a lot. Okay. Anyway, Speedling floods were a lot more effective on this map before the rocks got changed.
Yeah.
Anyway, third base coming up, and we have a tech lag coming up on the factory. Despite the barracks lifting off, and I thought we were going to Hellions, we're not. I'm going to assume this is going to be tanks. I have the Reaper coming in, getting a good scout, seeing no lair on the way from anything, but is going to trade his life for it, and that extractor finally goes down. Such
almost
scouting.
2 minutes after. That's value.
He just okay. So we have a lot. How many Speedlings is this? 20 Speedlings coming in, right? That is a lot. He's not going to be able to with this bunker though. It's not going to get much done. And it's not like there are Banelings or something and he could Baneling bust. Although that would be effective at this point in the game.
Yeah.
But he can just run around and hope. Okay, well he can kill mules. That's good. Killing the fresh mule. Okay.
He does get the surround.
No, he's not.
Yeah. No. Short-lived victory.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be able to deny surface area, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But we do have a small worker lead. We have roaches coming up. No lair in sight. Of one more gas, so this can be 2 gas. And he's mining fully from the first one again.
Yep, tank is out.
Dual Evo chamber. So if I was to guess, I'd say he wants to go into a Roach Ravager mid game. But this is a weird way of going about it, or at least from what I've seen from watching people play, from playing myself. However that works. I don't know whether this... it's going to be interesting to see how this works. As a side note, not a single worker was killed during that Ling run by. Not a single one. Anyway, third base coming up for Monk, and that is going to be scouted immediately. And just more drones coming out for Listel. He's getting +1 armor, and he should get +1 attack as soon as he has 150 gas, would be my assumption. And in the meantime, we're just going into a macro game, a mid game. Spores coming up, just in case of Liberators. We should see +1 attack anytime now. Lair coming up, and a tank drop is going out to, I assume, clear Lings, clear vision, maybe clear up some creep. Certainly not, be left out there to a Roach Ravager attack like what happened to Blaze.
Yeah. Learn from the mistakes of your peers.
Yep. Static D coming up for Listel. And one thing to note, the natural and third are not connected by creep. Which does mean that if Monk really opens the taps on drops, it's going to be difficult to deal with. Now, I'm surprised that Listel got 2 Evo Chambers, right?
Uh-huh.
And he only is... Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So that is surprising. We have another drop coming into the natural as the tank evac goes away from the third. However, there is a Spore changing where that's going to be, and these Lings should be able to clean stuff up as they drop. So good defense there. Now it's going to go into the main where there is another Spore. Tank evac, however, is going back into the third to try to get some damage done, but there are Lings there, and they should be able to...
And the tank evac is not dropping. Medevac gets cleaned up.
Medevac was killed. No, Medevac. Yeah, Medevac was taken out too by the Spore and Queen.
Yeah.
So things are not going well for Monk right now. However, Listel is banking a lot, and he is going straight to infestation pits. Okay.
I'm really curious what he's planning here.
I want to say he's rushing to Hive.
Yeah, that would be my guess as well.
But that's not okay. So we have tanks coming in. These Lings need to go and surround it. Otherwise, there we go. The tank picks up though, barely any damage taken. And I want to this is such a you can't hold a full-on Terran push with just Lings.
Yeah.
I don't unless your micro is godly. Okay, so Ling Infester, but he has 2 Evo Chambers. He needs to get +1 attack. And I would expect off of this also to get Hive because Infestors are kind of a way to hold things off. So I want to see. I don't know. This is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lings are there. Okay, Spine is in a good spot. And we have Lings committing to kill those rocks 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Yes, this is how this will work. And again, we have Hive coming up, but we just don't have upgrade. This is just odd. I'm trying to figure out what he's going for here. I mean, sure, there are ultras, but he can afford right now. He can afford to get 1-2. I mean, he should have 2-2. He should be okay. He's getting Infestors out. That's good.
Yeah.
He can afford to get there's all this stuff he can afford. Look at his bank. Well, look at his bank a second ago. He just got a ton of Infestors, so it's not quite as good. But he can afford all this stuff, and he's not. And I'm worried that this may make it difficult for him to hold the push, because the Terran mid game with the Mule change with the Lever change is very strong, right? Mm-hmm. And we have this army coming in. Sure, Listel is double expanding, but we have this significant army coming in, and it's in a spot, and the Lings aren't going to get the surface area. I guess maybe if he gets Fungals, it's going to work, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's landing these tanks, he takes off the Evo Chamber here, scan, and the army tries to move in.
Oh, good Fungals.
On top of the tanks.
Good Fungals.
Does manage to save the tanks, but chain Fungals here.
Yeah, but he doesn't have Ravager shots to deal with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so...
Oh, wow.
Is this going to work?
Nice takeoff.
Is this going to work? Okay.
He's at home. He's at Monk's base. Lings over there, overrunning the tank. A second tank sneaking up.
No, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna kill. But okay, so Ultra Cavern coming up, Adrenal Glands are coming up. Get upgrades, please.
Oh my goodness.
He's in such a better spot right now. Oh, there. Okay, thank you. I think he's listening to me through the game. Anyway, Ultra Cavern coming up, 1-2 coming up, Adrenal coming up, aka the replay that I like that no one gets, everyone forgets, and it makes Lings attack 50% faster.
Yeah.
Upgraded Lings with this upgrade make buildings make buildings disappear.
Yeah, they're like, what's the name of that? Screw it. So we see Monk moving out here. He could clean up this creep. It's only supported by 1 tumor per little area.
There is a good timing right now, right? So Ultras aren't out, more specifically, Better Carapace isn't out, whatever. Kindness Planning isn't out. So good fungals.
Ooh,
but
these infestors.
He's gonna lose all the infestors.
Yeah, Infested Terran are on top of the tanks. If
That's
good.
Be
careful, he'll lose them. He loses one.
So we have that. He's about 10 or about five supply down. Ultras are coming out, and the longer he's able to stall this push, the better the ultras are going to be. Because Monk honestly just doesn't have anything to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
You want liberators, you want ghosts, you want tanks to deal with ultras, but these ultras are so fast that he doesn't have any of that. He's getting liberators out now.
On the way. He has ghosts on the way.
Yeah, he has a ghost factory.
He has
but
2-2.
Is it going to be enough?
I'm real worried for Monk here. I mean, he's
this anti-timing.
Here comes the engage.
These ultras are going to take so much more damage than they need to. So one tank's down.
Monk has to be real careful not to get all these medivacs fungled. Like, he has 5 medivacs just sitting here, not coming home.
Even army supply, and we're going to have ultras be unkillable in T-minus 5 seconds. Or whatever. Yeah, there we go.
Still ultras has 5 medivacs chilling outside Listel's base.
And Listel is mining off of a lot. He's ahead in economy, and these ultras are just going through. He's gonna kill everything.
That's brutal.
So I think I was talking earlier about just like the logic behind not getting attack upgrades when you're going ultras, and I was talking about getting ranged upgrades for your Roach Ravager, and just ultras being good despite that. But he has no army to deal with. I didn't know that could actually happen. That actually hurt that hurt though, because the ultra can't get through. Ultra pathing, it's typical ultra pathing. Anyway, but Monk just doesn't have an army to deal with this. Like, he's in the base, he's on the production.
This is game over.
I think this is, and this is weird too. Like,
this was really close and a really weird game.
GG
Congratulations to Listel.
He wins the No Name Weekly #2, 3-1. I would like to take credit for actually having an accurate prediction.